Welcome back to session 10 of GED Science Mastery. I'm glad you are here. Ecosystem questions reward a few clear rules. The biggest one: energy flows from the sun through living things and gets smaller at every step, while matter cycles around and around. Learn the 10% rule and the roles of producers, consumers, and decomposers, and you will answer most of these questions on site. Let's follow the energy. Follow the energy, and everything falls into place. Sunlight powers the producers, the plants and algae that make their own food. Consumers then eat the producers, or eat each other. Decomposers recycle the dead material back into the soil. And here is the crucial part. At each step up the chain, most of the energy is lost as heat, so only about 10% passes to the next level. That is exactly why there are lots of plants but very few top predators. There simply is not enough energy left at the top. Let's name the roles clearly. Producers, also called autotrophs, make their own food from sunlight, plants and algae. They are the base of the whole pyramid. Consumers eat other organisms. A herbivore eats plants, a carnivore eats animals, and an omnivore eats both. Decomposers, like bacteria and fungi, break down dead matter and return the nutrients to the soil where producers can use them again. Producers make, consumers eat, decomposers recycle. 3 roles that keep an ecosystem running. Here is the rule that unlocks the energy pyramid. Each step up keeps only about 10% of the energy from the level below. The other 90% is lost, mostly as heat, as organisms move, grow, and stay warm. So if producers captured 10,000 units of energy, only about 1,000 reach the next level, and only 100 the level after that. Because the energy shrinks so fast, the higher levels can support fewer and fewer organisms. That is why the pyramid is wide at the bottom and narrow at the top. Let's read a real GED-style data set. An ecologist estimated the energy available at each level of a grassland. The producers, the grass, hold 10,000 kilocalories. The primary consumers, the insects, have 1,000. The secondary consumers, the birds, have 100. And the top consumers, the hawks, have just 10 kilocalories. Read those numbers going up: 10,000, 1,000, 100, 10. Each level is 1/10 of the one below it, a perfect picture of the 10% rule. Let's answer with our method. What fraction of energy passes from the producers to the primary consumers? And why are there so few hawks? Read. The producers have 10,000 kilocalories, and the primary consumers have 1,000. Look at the 2 bars. The second is 1/10 of the first. Choose. 1,000 divided by 10,000 equals 0.1. So about 10% passes up, exactly the 10% rule. Because energy shrinks by about 90% each step, only 10 kilocalories reach the hawks, which can support just a few of them. Check. The pattern holds at every step, confirming the rule. This is the single most tested contrast in the whole topic, so let's be crystal clear. Energy flows one way. It enters as sunlight, passes up through the levels, and is steadily lost as heat. It never loops back. Matter, on the other hand, cycles. The carbon, nitrogen, and water are used over and over. Photosynthesis and respiration pass carbon back and forth, and bacteria move nitrogen through the soil. So say it with me. Energy flows through and is lost as heat, but matter cycles round and round. One more layer of realism. A food chain is a single path of who eats whom. But in nature, most organisms eat several kinds of food. So we link many chains into a food web. And because everything is connected, removing one species ripples through the whole web. In our grassland, if a disease wiped out most of the insects, the birds that eat them would lose their food, so bird numbers would likely fall. Pull one thread, and the whole web feels it. That connectedness is a favorite GED theme. Let's lock in the traps. 1. Thinking energy cycles. No, energy flows one way and is lost as heat. Only matter cycles. 2. Thinking there is more energy at the top. No, the base, the producers, has the most. The top has the least. 3. Thinking producers eat others. No, producers make their own food. 4. Thinking removing a species is harmless. No, it ripples through the whole web. The recap: follow the energy, keep only 10% each step, and remember, energy flows while matter cycles. Wonderful work today, and congratulations! That completes our first big block of life science. You can now trace energy through an ecosystem, apply the 10% rule, and tell energy flow from matter cycling. Your practice for this session is the 10 questions attached to this lesson. Answer them from memory and keep this straight. Energy flows one way. Matter cycles round and round. To read the full lesson notes and practice more GED science questions, visit the course page at www.bridge2exam.com. I am so proud of your progress. I will see you in session 11, where we explore the human body in homeostasis. Keep going. You are doing great.